Motivation. Some days are harder than others, especially as the daylight hours get shorter for those of us living in a climate where this is happening. It's not easy, but it is possible to improve our motivation despite the shorter daylight hours. Today, I'm sharing with you 4 ways you can motivate yourself in the mornings. Come on in, it's time to choose happy. Hey girlfriend, welcome to the Choose Happy with Marie show. Do you want to stop seeing the negative every day and have the time and energy to do what you want? Are you finally done with the limiting stories and the fear that stands in your way of living a happy life? Does negative self-talk sabotage your self-confidence? Hi, I'm Marie. For the majority of my life, I lived in negativity that was often labeled as depression. My breakthrough happened when I broke free from the negative thinking and I learned the power of choosing happy. In this podcast, you will find tangible ways to ditch the negativity, improve your self-esteem, and take action for what you really want for your life. No more guilt, no more people pleasing. Let's do this. We are choosing happy. Hello, how are you? I hope you're doing well and choosing happy for living your everyday life. Where I live in Canada, days are getting shorter. I wake up and it's dark and evenings are dark. I find my mood and my energy are low right now, and I'm wanting to get things done, but the darkness does affect me. Maybe it's affecting you too. I used to get mad at myself when I was feeling tired. I don't anymore. Instead, I give myself grace. I recognize that it's not necessarily me unless, if I haven't eaten well all day or drank enough water or didn't pace myself, take, good breaks during my workday, then that's on me. Because if I don't do those things, then I end up having no energy and really tired. So that's not a great way to enter the evening either. Dark mornings and dark evenings, that's real. And as my husband reminds me, is something I need to work with as I can't change it. Although, I could move to somewhere that it doesn't get dark in the evenings so soon. If the dark mornings are making it a challenge for you to get out of bed, especially as you advance with putting in place the Choose Happy morning routine, you're not alone. The change in daylight hours means we get less exposure to sunlight and vitamin D. I've been doing some research on this, and I learned that a lack in vitamin D can lead us to being in a low mood and fatigue, which can feel like a struggle to get motivated in the winter months. This means, at least for me, that I need to do what I want to do earlier in the day when there is daylight hours. I know that we can't do it all. We need to prioritize what matters to us and say no to what doesn't matter to us. I know this isn't always easy to do, especially with our people-pleasing tendencies. I see you because I am you. For today's show, I wanted to share with you a few tips for helping us to get motivated in the mornings. In other words, to want to get out of bed and get going despite the darker mornings, if you live in a climate where there's dark in the mornings. So here are the different tips that I have to share with you today. The first one, you either will be pleased that I say this, or maybe you won't be pleased that I say this. But the first one is, don't hit the snooze button on your alarm. Get out of bed. Did you know that interrupted sleep every 5 to 10 minutes actually does more damage than good? Have the self-discipline to get up. The longer you stay in bed, the shorter the time you have for your morning routine. So that's the first tip. The second tip, turn your lights on. When you wake up, turn your light on right away. The light receptors will tell the brain that it's daytime. Number 3, prepare your favorite morning beverage. And if you need to eat right away, prepare a healthy breakfast. And then get going with the Choose Happy Morning Routine. And if you don't have the guide yet for the Choose Happy Morning Routine, you can download it instantly on the Choose Happy website. And that web address is www.choosehappywithmarie.com. There's a guide and a checklist and bonus affirmations in a free downloadable PDF. So the link will be in the show notes. You can just click on the link and it'll take you there. The fourth tip that I have for you today is actually broken up in 3 parts. And this is with reference to the Choose Happy Morning Routine. In the Choose Happy Morning Routine, there are 3 self-care activities. And you can do them in any order that resonates with you as part of your morning routine. For me, I like to do the following. The first thing I like to do, move my body. As I prepare my morning beverage, I actually like to listen to a favorite song that makes me feel good. I actually start dancing in my kitchen, and it can be pretty funny. My dog does look at me a bit funny, but hey, that's okay. I'm not quite sure what she's thinking about me, but it gets me into a positive mood, and that is what matters. Do you have a few songs that when you listen to them, they make you feel good? If so, tomorrow morning, I want you to play one of those songs as you're preparing your morning beverage. And if you don't have a favorite song, that's okay. Today, take the time to listen to various songs and pick 1 or 2 that you can try out in the next few days and see which ones make you feel good. And then start listening to that song as part of your morning routine. The second self-care activity that is in the Choose Happy Morning Routine that I do every day is the element of listening, the self-care activity of connecting with yourself. What I do is I'll take my morning beverage and I'll write in a notebook for at least 15 minutes. I first write down 3 things that I'm grateful for. And then I'll write about whatever is on my mind. Writing out 3 things that you're grateful for, that is so powerful. Even if it's just small things, maybe you're grateful for that morning beverage that you're able to have. In my experience, doing this every morning actually puts me in a good mood to start my day. And if you don't want to write about it, you can also reflect, in your mind on what you're grateful for. It's about taking the time to be grateful. And the third self-care activity that is in the Choose Happy Morning Routine that I do every morning and highly recommend is having the time to think. Something that helps to motivate me in the mornings is advancing something that matters to me. I call it my thinking time, and I see it as a self-care activity. Why? Because I'm making the time to do this. I'm intentionally getting up earlier to do this, even in the dark. And let me tell you, that takes a lot to get up in the dark. Because I'm doing this, I'm giving to myself before I give to my family and or to my job. We are all busy, tending to our family and our obligations to work. When do we have time to advance what we want for our life? Clearly, it's not in the evening, especially with the last daylight hours. It's hard to get us motivated to do things. So when we do it first thing in the morning and we advance a little bit every day, we are advancing with something that matters to us. Give yourself this gift every morning. And I have a bonus tip for you. After you've done your morning routine, take the time to reflect on your upcoming day. Look at your appointments, your family and your work obligations, and also what you want to accomplish too. And list what you can do in manageable chunks. This is really important. There's an approach that I like to do, and it's called, what I call it, top 3. Each day after I finish the Choose Happy Morning Routine, the 3 self-care activities, I write out on a Post-it note, those square ones, 3 by 3 inches, 3 things that I either must do today and or really want to do today. This means that I can do more than that, but I must follow through on these 3 things. They can be attending important appointments, or a work task that must be done, or something personal that matters to me. Yes, life can happen, and there are times when you can't complete the top 3. That's called living life, and we have to pivot, and that's okay. If we can do this most of the time, where we can follow through on the top 3 things every day that either must be done or we really want to get done, then we're intentionally living our life. We're making progress with what matters to us. And that is choosing happy. I have some great news to share with you. It's actually a new freebie announcement. A new freebie will be sent out to Choose Happy members later this month, and I'm feeling so excited to share it with you. This is for all of you who love holiday countdown calendars. I love holiday countdown products, and I'm seeing lots of them right now as stores start bringing in their holiday products. For the past few years, every year, I will pick a holiday countdown product. It just gives me a little pick-me-up every day as we lead up to Christmas Day. So regardless if you celebrate Christmas or not, you can still use these calendars as a countdown for the month of December. It can actually motivate you in the mornings too, because you want to see what product will be under that day number. I don't have a product per se for you, as it's not feasible for me to ship you something, although it'd be really cool to do that, because my audience is all around the world, and I love that, by the way. I love getting emails from you and you telling me where you're from. It's so cool. What I did do is I created for you a downloadable PDF that will have 24 self-care activities. One for each day, starting on December 1st and ending on December 24th. I am hearing from you that you want to take more time for you, for taking care of you every day. So I put together one simple self-care activity you can do daily, and it doesn't take much time. If you're not already a Choose Happy member, in other words, if you're not already getting emails from me, make sure you sign up on the website. The link will be in the show notes. When you sign up, you can instantly download the Choose Happy Morning Routine Guide. That includes the guide on how to use the checklist for your morning routine. And there's also a bonus 5 affirmations from the Choose Happy Affirmation Card Deck. So if you want to give affirmations a try. And this will also sign you up to receive the Choose Happy Holiday Countdown monthly calendar. Ensure you are signed up before November 29th, as the freebie will go out to members on November 30th. So sign up right now so that you don't forget to do it. Okay? Right now. Wishing you a wonderful week, choosing happy. Cheers! I hope today's episode empowered you to choose happy as you live your upcoming week. Do you want to help others choose happy? Forward this episode to a friend or a family member that may benefit from it as well. You can also leave a review for the show on your favorite podcast app. Doing this will help the show be found in the search bar on the app. Remember to sign up to become a Choose Happy Insider, where you will receive free resources as they become available. Link is in the show's notes. Thank you for listening. Take good care and see you next week.